We know that just on study permits, there are 766,000 expiring by the end of December 2025.
And there are many ways that people leave the country.
Justin Trudeau is in trouble. The question is, will he listen to them?
Is Canada still a good option for Masters of Architecture? It's almost the end of 2024. There are a lot of new immigration news that are coming up, and there is most likely a new government that will come up into power. So what are the scenarios over here? What is going to happen in 2025, or probable assumption of what is going to happen next in Canada? I am going to talk about all these scenarios and probably help you better understand if Canada is a good option for Masters of Architecture or not. So first thing first, guys, if you are here to see that which colleges are good for Canada, I have already made 2 or 3 videos about best university, college, best courses in Canada and their application process, and even what are the requirements for these universities is mentioned in all of those videos. You can see video link in the description below. Next thing, let's get to the point. So Canada is going through a lot of crisis over here. See, first crisis is the huge immigration crisis that is happening over here. So there are a lot of immigrants right now in Canada. Some are refugees, some are actual immigrants, and most of them are international students. Yes, guys, there are a lot of international students. And the other crisis that is parallel to this is that the economy has been slowed down. So that means a lot of businesses are closing down. Businesses are not expanding. Construction has been slowed down. Construction is not expanding. So now comes our field. So when the economy is slowing down, businesses are slowing down, when construction is slowing down, we are directly impacted by those scenarios. So the current immigration rules that Canadian government has announced right now is that first of all, you won't get a spousal work permit if you are not doing a master's course here in Canada. For example, like my course was a postgraduate certification course in BIM and then in green architecture. Previously, for example, if I was married, I would have gotten a spousal work permit. That means if I am studying over here, even for 1 year course, my spouse can come here with me and work full time while I was studying. But now you won't get that. So it becomes a very complex scenario. And if you are a master's student, you don't have to worry. You will still get all the benefits that were there before announcement of this rule. So if you're a master's student, you are going to get spousal work permit. Next change that has happened in Quebec. So any Quebec graduate stream that was previously on, Quebec graduate stream is basically if you are graduating from any course, not post-graduation. I'm talking about graduation. Like for example, if you're doing Bachelor's of Architecture course in Quebec, you would get a PR based on that. But that has been closed right now. And in Ontario, entrepreneur stream that was active over here on the basis of entrepreneurship, your company registration in Canada, and your profits and all of those things, you would get a permanent residency. But right now that is also gone. And of course, the LMIA that was there, that already has been shut down completely. So don't fall for any LMIA thing or anything. Only thing that you have to focus right now if you are planning for Canada is to get into a master's course. So it's not that if you are an unmarried person, you can't do 1 year post-graduation diploma or a certification course. It's not like that. But what happens in a master's course, I have already spoken about this thing in my previous videos as well, that what happens in master's course is first of all, your degree gets recognized. So as soon as you complete your master's course, you get a CACB accreditation that you are a graduate and a master's student and you have completed your master's in architecture. So one steps get removed from your life. For example, for people like me who have done a certification course or a diploma course, we have to submit all our documents to CACB, that is the Architecture Registration Board over here. I have made a specific video about that, what is the process of getting registered in CACB. The link is again in the description, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. But in masters, you don't have to go through that process. You just have to register and start clocking your hours. So for example, after completing your Masters of Architecture degree, you will be eligible to work as an intern architect after you register in CACB. So you can log in your hours, calculate your hours, submit your hours to CACB. In probably 2.5 years after your masters, you will be able to give the exam for architecture registration in Canada. So that exam is also not simple. It has, I think so, 4 to 6 papers. I have made a video, like in CACB it is all covered. So you have to do that process, but again, one big chunk of your process is eliminated. Second benefit that happens if you are doing masters is like you are more likely to get employed with good and bigger companies, and they will also pay you more because of course you are doing a master's course. Master's course is not a simple course. It is a tough course. The selection process is tough. The entry process is tougher. So overall, you are above the crowd already. And for the people who are not willing to go for master's course, things will be a bit difficult for you. First of all, the thing is like you might get lesser point. So in masters, if you do a 2 years master's course, I think you get 5 to 10 point. And if you do postgraduate certification or a diploma course, even if you do 2 courses, I think so it's 5 points. So that is a small difference. And next point I wanted to convey was, don't come to Canada without experience, guys. If you are fresh graduate and right out of college right now and you are thinking of coming to Canada, Canada is not the right place for you right now, at least for right now. Because guys, the competition in Canada has become very, very tough because again, the slowdown in the industry, a lot of people, highly experienced people, are willing to work for a very low salary. So expectations of employer has also risen a lot because there are people in the market now. They can hire very easily. So that's the thing that is happening over here. So if you don't have enough experience back home or enough working experience, things might get a little bit tough for you. For example, like few of my friends, it took them more than 8 months or 12 months just to get their first job here in Canada. I'm talking about last year. This was the situation last year. This year, still there are some friends, it has been like 14-15 months since they completed their graduation. I completed my graduation 2 years before this, but since they have completed their graduation, they graduated recently a year ago or like year and a half ago, they are still trying to find job. I'm not saying that they are not good. They are good. Their portfolios are good. They have references. They have everything that an employer needs. But why aren't they getting hired right now? The reason is options. Employers have a lot more options and a lot better option. Better option as in like not in skill ways, but in experience ways. Your resume, when it shows that you have at least 4 or 5 years of experience, you have worked with bigger firms, you have worked for international projects. If you have these kind of resume, then your chances will get a much higher. And of course, the reference thing, I have already mentioned in my other videos that Canada works on references a lot. But right now, even after having this much references, the job market is very tight. You have to squeeze in somehow, and if you can't, you will have to wait. So over and all, I would say if you are focusing on Canada, I would say please, if you are eligible and if you can afford a little bit, please go ahead and do masters, because masters will be 2 years course. You will have all the benefits, you will get points, you will have a higher hiring probability, and you will have a better skill set as well to show off on your resume. So over and all, you should do just master's course and focus on master's course. If you're coming to Canada, don't come to Canada without any experience. I am requesting this to all my audience, that at least take 2 or 3 years of experience, not even 1 year, 2 years minimum experience, and then come to Canada. Because guys, you will be graduating at 24 years of your age, then just start working, then 25, 26, on 27th year plan to come to Canada. And if you already have experience of 2 years and if you're planning to come in 2025, you can still do that, because till that time the new government would have been elected. Probably if the global scenario is okay and the economy is okay, Canadian economy is okay, then definitely you can opt for it. Things might get better, but also keep an eye on what is happening globally and geopolitically with India and Canada. So all of these equations are there. Things are a bit tough, but not as bad as some YouTube channels are showing. Because you are a master's student, you are an architect or into BIM, I would say Canada still has that skill set requirement over here. So masters is the thing. You will have a easy PR, you will have a good life here, but only if you are coming here with experience, doing masters, and you have the capability of sustaining yourself for at least 6-7 months or 8 months after completing your masters. So this was my entire video. If you have any kinds of doubts or queries, or if you can't find any videos that I have mentioned right now, please go ahead, mention it in the comment section. I'm here to help you all. I'm here. I am not regretting Canada, but there are few things that I don't like and I am very vocal about it. So yeah, don't mind about what I'm saying, because whatever I'm saying here is the truth. It's not just biased, and I'm not demotivating you to come to Canada. So please go ahead, share your information, share your knowledge, and if you have doubts, please mention your doubts. I will try to solve from my end as much as I can. And I always request you one thing, guys, please go ahead, hit a like and subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot to me, a lot to my channel. I am able to do these videos on a weekend over here just because of your motivation and your support. So go ahead, support my channel and take care of yourself. See you. Bye-bye.